What is up? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. My name is TEQ PHY, and in this video, we're going to go ahead and show off, yes, the Ginyu Force with their best possible team. The only exclusion is, well, I guess there's a few, like, for example, the Ginyu Goku isn't in here, but mainly Guldo, and yes, Guldo is just, he's okay. He's not good, he's not bad, he's just not as good as the rest of them. So hope you guys enjoy. Of course, subscribe if you are new, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys everything about these units, everything you need to know, and how to get these units first and foremost. So, of course, make sure you do subscribe for more content on the game. And that being said, we're going to go ahead and start off with the leader. So when it comes to mine, mine, excuse me. I ain't got the Kais, bro. I ain't got the Kais. I'm sorry. It's not farmable. You know, that I just don't have the Kais. But this guy did, so it's pretty nice. And he also got the dupe and stuff like that, so we're all good. So anyways, there are various ways to get the dupes. First and foremost, they can come from Dokkan Battlefield, things of that nature. Also, you got one for 100%ing LR Frieza in the campaign, which is still available if you go ahead and do that, which technically that could be your first copy if you want it to be. But otherwise, this card is acquired by getting all of the other Ginyu Force members, the ones that are in the background, up to 100%, including the Int Ginyu that is on my team. So you have to get all of them up to 100% in the potential system, and you will go ahead and get this card as a mission reward. And it has to be the specific ones that are on my team, and then the Tech Guldo that is free to play. They're all free to play. That being said, this character with the super attack does greatly raises the attack for one turn. Excuse me, greatly raises the attack for one turn and colossal damage with the first one, the Milky Cannon. The second one is mega colossal damage and raises the extreme class's allies attack by 30% for one turn. And the passive for this one is very generic. Extreme type, units on your team get 30% attack and defense. But there's a second part. Ginyu Force category allies gain an additional 20%, so 50% attack and defense to characters that are from the Ginyu Force. So that's going to help tremendously. Like, that is so awesome. It is going to be incredible in this. So let's go ahead and move on to the next LR. This is my baby here. So this guy, he's come from Dokkan Battlefield. So global. You guys will definitely get everybody else, but I don't know when they'll get this guy. And everybody else will be sooner than later, but I don't know when this guy will be acquirable. With the introduction of Battlefield again, I have been able to get the, last dupe I needed and finish him off. He was sitting at like 80% or something for a really long time. That being said, he's really, really old, but he used to be like the best rainbow leader in the game, and he's honestly still really solid. So if you guys would want to see him on Extreme Physical, I would definitely be willing to do that for you, because that's the other best team this character can be on. But make sure you guys do go ahead and let me know if you want to see that. Also, hit that like goal of 1,000 likes for the Toku Sentai Ginyu Force. Anyway, so that being said, this first attack does colossal damage, nothing else. Second attack, it raises the allies' defense for 30% by 30% for one turn. So it's the opposite of the other Ginyu Force that we were just looking at. Also, this one is a support unit as well. 3 key and 7,777 attack for all allies. At the time, it was really good. I'm apprehensive about it now. I don't think it's that great anymore. But at the time that it came out, like really long time ago now, that was really good. So that being said, let's move on to the next Ginyu. So 3 Ginyus technically on the team. And this is where we start getting into the daily rotation. So every day, judging on the daily rotation for colors, if you play the game, you know that, AGL day is Monday, so on and so forth. Tech day is Tuesday. And then this guy would be available on Wednesday. Every week on JP, and of course in the future on Global, they will do that rotation. They will be added. And these characters are available with their own orbs, and they are farmable. So make sure you do that. On the weekends, technically all stages are open, but you can't get a character drop. You can only get medals, so you might as well not even bother. Unless you just need a few more, you might as well not even bother, to be honest. But that being said, this guy is really, really good and a lot of fun to have. So as far as his super attack goes, raises the attack and causes supreme damage. So he has a infinite attack raise on the super attack, the Kaioken mechanic, basically, as we dub it. So that's pretty cool, meaning that his attack can just go up and up and up the more he launches supers. Key +3 and attack +70% alongside defense +70% when facing only one enemy. But when there's 2 or more enemies, he gets the ability to tank and reduce damage received by 50%. So that's the breakdown on this unit. And then we move on. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the boy Jace. Jace actually, I haven't pulled him up yet, but Jace actually is pretty cool. He's one of the better ones in my opinion, just because he has a unique ability. So the ability for Jace is that he's a support type unit for extreme units just in general. So he would work on extreme STR really well, or on a villain team, I guess. 2 key and 20% attack to them. But he also reveals the location of the enemy super attacks. He has that scouter item built into the unit. That's freaking legit. That's really awesome. It's very, very helpful. In terms of Raccoon, he has supreme damage and he reduces the enemy's defense greatly when he launches his super attack. At the start of the turn, he gets 80% defensive boost, and then aside from that, he gets 14% attack with each attack received up to a maximum of 70%. So however many attacks that would take, he caps out at 70% attack and 80% defense. So Raccoon is actually a really good defensive unit. Unfortunately, he gets that type of defense, the higher defensive stat, as opposed to the mitigation passive that Captain Ginyu technically has. And then the most polarizing one to a lot of people, they say he really sucks, but he doesn't suck. I think he's pretty good. And it's Birder here. So Birder raises defense whenever he launches a super, so that allows him to get better defensively. He has the defensive version of the Kaioken mechanic because there's no turn restriction on it, just like we were talking about with Ginyu. Passive skill, he gets 10% more attack with every orb obtained, and he has a high chance to evade attacks as the first attacker in the turn. So this passive is misleading. It says as the first attacker. For other units, it doesn't. I mean, there aren't many units that have that. I think the only ones are him and maybe Gotenks. That's a first attacker. Maybe there's another one or two. But nonetheless, it's misleading because he has to actually launch an attack off. So if he's in the first slot and there's an attack before he attacks, he won't dodge for you. That's just how the unit works. He will not dodge. So he has to launch his first attack to be able to do anything. And long explainer out of the way, because I wanted to explain those for the people that haven't seen any showcases or just not familiar with them. But long explainer out of the way, let's go ahead and finally jump in. Hope you guys enjoy, of course. And once you are done with this, make sure you do check out the recommended videos on the right-hand side. We have Fire Emblem Heroes as a, we did some summons, we streamed some summons. So go ahead and check that out. And then below that, we have LR Goku on the SS Blue Vegeta category team. So LRSS Goku does really, really well. Hope you guys enjoy that as well. So, alrighty. And one thing to notice is when it comes to the LR Ginyu Force, they honestly have the exact same super attacks. It's kind of like, why? But they do. And unfortunately, another thing to point out is the leader skill for the TEQ Ginyu Force only offers 100% as opposed to like most category leads. Now, this team is 100% free to play. The only issue is, like, this guy is pretty hard to get because, you would have had to have played Battlefield the first time around. I think you could finally get him now that he's Battlefield 2.0 has come back twice and stuff like that. But still, you probably would have wanted to have played the old Battlefield 1.0 and stuff like that to really get going and stuff. But, if you don't have him, it's not the biggest deal. You just put Guldo in there. And it's 100% free to play team. Like, literally, this is one of the best things Dokkan has done ever, to be honest. It's really, really helpful. So we're actually going to go ahead and put the friend on rotation just because they're better. And of course, that's great. Jace is also showing me that there's no supers this turn. So that's one thing that I said. It's like so awesome when it comes to Jace. Like, he'll show you there's no supers. The Ginyu Force in the front will get the chance to finish this off. So their attack is at 1.5 basically. That's pretty awesome considering they're a support unit. But there's doubles on the rotation, so they technically were getting 100% up. And they crit as well. So they technically were getting actually 120% up because that was a triple support rotation. So that was actually pretty sizable support. All right, well, technically Birder is in his best position possible, actually. So that's funny. So I'll just let him stay there. And he's going to get a nice amount of orbs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going to get 80% attack increase. Also, his defense will go up technically. Unfortunately, this Ginyu Force isn't as good at supporting the defense because they simply can't. It would have been a lot better if they had, the TEQ one on rotation here with Birder, because if Birder gets hit, he's going to get hit kind of hard, to be honest. So I'm actually going to use this. I'm not really going to get to see the defensive capability of Birder because of that, but still, I wanted to make sure I can at least beat the event, or primarily beat the event, I guess. So 520,000 attack, and like I said, again, all these characters use their own exclusive orbs. Will you dodge the super attack? Yes! Birder coming through with the dodge of the super. Not the dodge of the normal, but that's fine. Who cares? We got the dodge on the super is all I really care about. And just momentarily here, for the people that are wondering about the Guldo unit, just because I kind of mentioned him a few times, I'm going to go ahead and pull him up here. We got the attack there, so I'm not really looking at the game, but I'm going to pull up Guldo just to tell you guys what he does. Guldo does supreme damage and has a medium chance to stun the enemy. Also, passive skill, enemies lose 20% attack and defense for 2 turns when he attacks them. So that's really good. It's just the issue with that is just later on in games. I've kind of pointed this out a lot of times. I'm sure you know what I'm going to say. Just later on in games, he can't do that type of stuff because you can't debuff, you can't stun anymore. That's just kind of how things are. But nonetheless, he's a really good debuffer and just kind of utility unit for what he's used for. Also, again, no super attacks this turn, but good news is Raccoon's going to get the chance to get his attack up as well because he got hit a couple of times there and he has type advantage. So, as you see, 679,000. They are really good. They are really good. They really are. Like, it's so funny that the Ginyu Force is a full free-to-play team, and they're just awesome, to be honest. Now, we have double Ginyu Force this rotation, so I'm going to put them together. They share a lot of links. They link very well. I'm actually going to put this one in the front so I can get the Ultra Super with the one in the middle. So that's going to be nice. I also want to see the defense. 68,000 defense for the front LR. And the defense will also go up for the entire rotation because the front LR, again, boosts defense for the turn. Unfortunately, Birder won't have that dodging ability because he's way off in the yonder as the last attacker off rotation, but still. I wanted to use that item too, over 100k defense. I wanted to use it though just because I was kind of worried about some of these attacks, especially on Birder in the last slot. Because I really don't know what to expect from Vegeta-sama. Vegeta! Alright, so no crit there. But they get the double attack, and that's a crit normal. That's pretty cool. 83 damage back. Yes, didn't take very much. 575. Wait, is this one mine? Oh, man, I meant to kick the friend off of rotation. I might have accidentally on purpose. Yeah, that one's mine. Whoops. At least we got the additional super. And if you haven't noticed, they have, I might have pointed this out earlier, they have the exact same super attacks. I really wanted that to be the friend, but I might have kept the friend on rotation last time just because he was in a better position. But I really want to get him alongside the other Ginyu Force. But I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Vegeta has another round, right? He has to, because I haven't seen his transform state. What I want to do, though, is I want to get triple LR Ginyu Force rotation and see how much the friend leader can really do. That's what I really want to accomplish. Okay, Raccoon. How much defense did you have, Raccoon? 80. Look at the defense on these guys. Although I have the item, but still, man, they only have a 100% leader skill. If they were under 150, oh my goodness. Now, there's another team they could be on. It's the Extreme Z Awaken STR Gohan's one. He's really good as a leader. He offers 77%, but whenever there's a better Namek Saga leader, of course, they could potentially be under a 130-plus team. So stay tuned for that because they'll really be good in that scenario. They will be really good in that scenario. All right, so I looked away for a split second, and they got a crit there, so I'm going to assume that was Ginyu Force. Or what's it called? Ginyu. Is there a super, Jace? What does the scouter say? What does it say? Space Australian. Oh, there's a super captain in the first slot. Okay, so I'm going to put you there. There we go. And you can have this, and I don't think Jace will get hit hard enough. I'm going to actually stall out the next turn because if everything goes according to plan, next time I see this rotation with the triple Ginyu Force, they will be in prime position to finish off the Vegeta event. I don't even know if I need to stall next turn. I think I can give one of the units a super. I also haven't really established the best rotations. I've just been kind of letting them be where they are. So 71,000. That actually did quite a bit of damage, to be honest, but it's also because mine doesn't have any dupes. It has the top left. It doesn't have any, like, you know, bottom right investment, which would be where most of the stat gain comes from anyway. But as you see, the LR one, the old one, is not an offensive unit at all. They can't really output the way that they would need to be competitive. They're more of just a defensive, just in general support. They're not competitive with the way the game has changed recently in any way, shape, or form. Also, I have to be careful because we're really close to a Dokkan attack here. And last little point, if you didn't notice, Birder supers early, which is another thing that's such an incredible facet for what these units can bring. So I might be able to pull off the Dokkan attack. Yeah, I think I can get it. Yeah, I'm positive I can get it. I'll be able to pull off the Dokkan attack with the LR Ginyu Force friend, and that'll be very helpful. So Birder's going to get a defense raise, and on top of that, the ability to dodge an attack here. So we'll see what happens. He also tanks a lot better post-defense raise, of course, as you would expect, right? But no, it was actually like a solid like 7k difference between the first attack and then those ones right there. That's pretty honestly like pretty crazy. Okay, 240. Got a 40. E40. Ugh. All right, there we go. It's unfortunate that the Ginyu Force doesn't support for Ki, but I mean the one in the middle does, but I meant the tech one. Because this would basically be a full, like, max key ultra super rotation automatically. It's pretty funny. Oh my goodness. I was just like, why is your defense so low? But Vegeta reduced the defense. Look at that. 11,000. Even the one in the middle is at almost 100K. I got to make sure I do this right, too, because I keep getting confused and wanting to put mine on rotation and wanting mine to be the one that's featured when it's not supposed to be. There we go with that. And then these. And then finally, I'm going to assume that we got this done. But you know what they say about assuming, so we'll see. Alrighty. Orido. Vegeta. Orido. Boom, baby. All right, let's see if we got it. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Gotta get her done. Gotta get her done. All right, we got it. I'm calling 3 million. 3 million. Is that too ambitious? We'll see. Crit for me, 3 million. Crit, 3 million! Oh, no crit. It probably would have been over 3 million. But nonetheless, they did finish it. So, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, free-to-play team. That's pretty awesome, man. Like, I really enjoy, this team. They're a lot of fun. And we've seen the emergence of some really good free-to-play teams just in general, like this one and then the Peachy Gals one. That one's getting a lot better with the Rubrians and stuff, which nobody really cares for Rubrian, but she's honestly pretty good, both of them, I guess. But you get my point. So it's a lot of fun, and hope you guys enjoyed, of course. I asked you guys over on Twitter, and you guys, I don't believe as of now we've hit the goal, but I think we will. So thank you guys for the support over on Twitter. If you want to check out Twitter or social media, Twitch, any of that, link is down below, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Stay up with your boy. And on the screen right now, there should be other videos you guys can click on. So stick around a little bit. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like if you did enjoy it. And let me know your thoughts on the Ginyu Force down below. If you had a choice, would you choose between physical or tech Ginyu Force? Down below. I personally prefer the physical one because he's more of an antiquity. He's harder to get as well. But that's just me. But the tech one is awesome. So right now, like I said, videos on screen. Have an awesome day. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.